Other Russia meeting. The U.S. and Russia expected to hold a high-level meeting in the nation's capital today to talk about so-called irritants in their relationship, including diplomatic differences and sanctions. This comes amid continuing questions about a 2016 meeting between Trump advisors, including President Trump's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., and a Russian lawyer. Joining us now to weigh in, former U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Arkansas, now a partner at Avenue Strategies, Bud Cummins. Bud, President Trump also saying recently that he would be willing to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the right time. What do you make of the message here, the meeting that's going on, and just the talk that's coming out of the White House?
Well, I think that they're acting like innocent people act, and they're trying to do their job. I mean, I hope the President of the United States is going to engage with Vladimir Putin. He's a bad guy. He's guilty of bad behavior, and we need to get his attention and try to find some leverage to get him to do better. And we shouldn't let this imagined collusion story get in the way of that. There's serious issues at stake.
But you just mentioned the collusion, and I find it pretty interesting because we haven't seen a single shred of evidence. Is there anything out there that could be take down this administration that you've seen come about? Because I've seen nothing.
No, these are the people that oppose the administration's policies. I mean, I can put on my prosecutor's hat and we can walk through all the pieces of the email and dissect it like so many people are doing, but no, the short answer is no. There is no, the suggestions that the offer of information was something of value, those are laughable. And no prosecutor, but Bob Mueller is not going to prosecute something like that. I can guarantee you. Now, we don't know. Maybe he'll find something else, and maybe I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know for a fact there's not something more serious here, but all the known stuff, Kevin, is nothing. There's no crime here. It's just it's an attempt to run the clock and block progress on tax cuts and things like that.
Now, but I've got a question, though. If you were the prosecuting attorney on this case and you saw the kinds of tweets that are coming out from Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Donald Trump himself, sort of rehashing all of it, would that be something that delights you or not? Because if I were representing them and I were advising them, I was like, you don't repeat the negative. Would this help or hurt?
Well, you know, I wear several hats, and one of them is still, you know, a lawyer, and I can promise you that if I was the president's lawyer or anybody in that group, I'd be pulling my hair out, because they don't do a very good job of delivering the facts. They leak, you know, they come out, they drip, drip, drip. They're not quite accurate, and it just fuels the speculation that's out there. So it would be better if they would listen to their lawyers a little bit, because those things are, if not interesting to a prosecutor, they're at least annoying and probably draw more attention there too.
Lindsay?
Hey, Bud, it's Lindsay Bell here.
Hey, Lindsay.
How are you? So the summit meeting between Putin and Trump, it was 2 hours long. Do you think there was any advancement here with our U.S.-Russian relations? I mean, Tillerson was out there saying it was a hindrance, this whole issue with Trump pushing him on the implication in the election.
Yeah, you know, I don't claim to know a whole lot about what was accomplished in that meeting, but you know, in my experience, these things take time, and it's one meeting and a series of meetings, and hopefully the president was able to find some line of communication with him. But you know, I personally, my personal style is that you should engage people that you don't agree with, and not shout at them over the fence. You should look them in the eye and try to work with them and see if you can hammer out deals for everybody's benefit.
The headlines, Bud, might be taking a toll on the president's agenda in the eyes of the American people, at least. There's a new ABC News Washington Post poll. They found that just 38% of Americans say he's making significant progress toward his goals, while 55% think not. Lee, I want to get you in on this. This is part of the messaging problem, is it not?
This is part of the messaging problem, but it's actually the way people feel right now, because, I mean, the president ran on a couple of promises. One of them was tax reform. One of them was health care reform. He promised economic growth and he promised jobs. Now, those things are moving forward. However, the travel ban, all of these other things, people are still saying you promised all these things and they're not happening. And by the way, we're not even seeing signs that Republicans can work together to get things done. And they're supposed to have a majority in the House, in the Senate. They have the White House. People are frustrated. This isn't surprising to me.
He promised he was going to win so much we would be tired of him winning so much.
That's right.
That was actually what came across.
Are you tired of winning?
Yeah.
Can I just point something out, though? You know, it's only July.
But they've done this to themselves. They've given all these deadlines.
Both chambers of Congress, they get all the governors.
I'm including myself in this, that we're sitting back going, where's the health care reform and where's the tax reform? And it's July.
Okay, but to be fair, they promised that they were going to have something on the president's desk on Inauguration Day. And then they said it's going to be done by April. And then they said it's going to be done by August. And now we're not even sure that it's going to happen by year end. I'm sorry, they've done this to themselves.
And guess what? The S&P is up 9%.
Right. Maybe, again, the markets seem to like the fact nobody's getting anything done. Or
free money.
They like